personaje. Entonces, solamente le decían que era un escolar, un chico de secundaria, ¿ya? Y no supo nada hasta que leyó el guión.
So then I was like, oh, this is cool. I went in and I think I had one audition, and then they asked me back, and I read with Kristen Cook, who played Lana. She already had the role, and then I had the job. It all happened in like a week.
Bueno, y todo pasó tan rápido, todo pasó en una semana, que volví a una tercera audición, ya con la chica que hacía de Lana, y en menos de una semana me escogieron y así fue como empezó. And when you found out that it was Clark Kent, y cuando te enteraste que era Clark Kent, what was your reaction?
My first reaction was, I got a job! I did!
Mi primera reacción fue, tengo trabajo por fin. Okay, how was working with the cast? How did you get along with them? Which one was the one you hang out with the most? ¿Cómo fue tu relación con el elenco? ¿Con quién te llevabas más?
I'll be honest with you, I didn't hang out with any of them. And the reason being, my character was in so many scenes so much that, like most people, the last people you want to see outside of work are people you work with. So, but since the show has ended, and Michael Rosenbaum and I played Lex Luthor, we have a podcast we do now together. We've become very close, and I know more about Kristen and Erica and Nora than I ever did on the show because we finally have a chance to like spend time and talk to each other. But we all get along great. Every single relationship on that show was like working-wise was like just awesome. We were all just there trying to make everything better.
Bueno, la verdad es que cuando trabajas con personas, en tu tiempo libre de pronto no quieres compartir tanto tiempo con esas personas, pero la verdad es que la relación era increíble. Con el actor que hacía de Lex se llevaba súper bien. Al día de hoy tiene un podcast. El podcast se llama Talk Bill. Está en todos lados, en YouTube, en todos lados pueden chequear el podcast. E incluso en el podcast es donde más se ha llegado a conocer con las personas que actuaron ahí. ¿Y supiste o sentiste cuando empezaste ya la serie de Smallville que iba a ser un éxito tan grande durante tanto tiempo?
No. It's very funny because when you're in the middle of it, I knew it was something special because I knew how big it was, and we were kind of like doing movie stuff, but on TV. But you do the pilot, you don't know if it's going to happen. And then they pick you up for the first season, and even though you're one of the highest rated shows, they still tell you, you never know, we don't know about next year. And they do that every year. So you're always kind of like, you don't know.
And how do you feel about the pilot also?
I like it a lot. Yeah, I think it's cool. I think it's well done.
Yeah.
I think it's probably one of my top 5 things of Smallville for sure.
Bueno, al final de cada temporada, como en todos los shows, nunca sabes si se va a renovar o no, pero para él, gracias a Dios, siempre tuvo una buena aceptación y la verdad es que el piloto, el primer episodio, le encantó. Es uno de sus 5 favoritos.
Well, and it only lasted 10 years because of these people watching it. It's all your fault.
Y es culpa de ustedes que haya durado 10 años porque lo han visto tanto.
I was joking earlier with someone about, especially apparently in Ecuador, Smallville was on a lot. So even if you didn't like the show, you were forced to see it all the time.
Bueno, y en Ecuador sé que acá lo daban en televisión abierta y lo repetían una y otra vez en diferentes canales, así que así no lo veas, o sea, igual te lo ponían y te lo forzaban y lo veías y lo ponían. Okay, so someone wanted me to ask you this. How much of a talking geek are you into comics, pop culture?
It's funny, I'm really not. When we were on Smallville, they would introduce some characters and I wouldn't know who they were. Like Martian Manhunter and Doomsday. I knew who Batman was in the Flash, but when they brought on Martian Manhunter and he was there to tell me all this information, I literally had no idea who this dude was. So it worked for Clark because he didn't know.
Bueno, la verdad es que no he estado tan metido como quisiera los cómics, y entonces en Smallville venían personajes nuevos que no tenía idea quiénes eran, como Martian Manhunter, Doomsday, y bueno, pues le tocaba investigar un poco de ellos y sobre eso llevar.
I also, like, just recently, 2 days ago I watched the new Guardians of the Galaxy movie, and last night I watched The Flash, which was surprisingly awesome. So I do like watch a lot of those big event movies.
Bueno, igual de todas formas sí consume películas de cómics, hace poco vio Guardianes de la Galaxia, Flash y le pareció increíble. And in terms of, for example, story, what do you think of the whole arc of 10 years of Clark and the rest of the cartoon?
I think that I think Smallville is really two different series between the 5th and the 6th season, and I think the first 5 seasons are a little more dear to my heart, because I think the second 5 became a little like, all right, like the red blue blur was like, what? Some of those things just, you could feel that we were just trying to keep it going a little bit. But the first 5 years I thought were pretty cool, because it's about it was really about a kid trying to figure out who he was.
Bueno, para Tom, Smallville está dividido en 2 partes, la temporada 1 a las 5 y de las 6 en adelante. Su favorito es la primera, porque de la 1 a las 5, y la siguiente como que la escritura un poco como que estaba forzada a mantenerla continuando. Ahora le vamos a preguntar un poco con la actualidad de las series de DC. ¿Qué sucede? Smallville, podemos decir que pavimentó el terreno para que existan series como Arrow, como Flash, etc. So we're going to talk a little bit about how do you agree with me when I say that Smallville paved the ground for new shows in the CW like Arrow, Flash?
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Yeah, Stephen Amell knows it. They all know it.
Los productores y los directores lo saben, ellos lo saben.
I think Smallville just came at a perfect time where a lot of the visual effects had come down in price enough that a television show could fit it into their budget. Like literally, we were doing things season 1 and they're still doing now in movies. I mean, I saw something last night in The Flash, I'm like, who did that on slow? But I think it was just a perfect time economically for a show to do that, which then allowed room for Arrow and even Gotham and a lot of those other shows, which I enjoy.
Bueno, lo que pasa es que los efectos especiales vivieron ellos en una época en la cual bajaron de precio lo suficiente para que cada episodio tenga efectos especiales de buena calidad para televisión. Entonces, obviamente ven películas como Flash y dicen, nosotros ya hicimos eso en Smallville, o sea, tuvimos ese tipo de efectos y bueno, Smallville fue el éxito que todos sabemos que fue.
Plus, we had Jensen Ackles on the show, who played my coach, even though we were the same age, and then he went on to do something special with Supernatural. So,
Y tuvimos al actor Jensen Ackles, que fue el entrenador, que tenía su edad, y bueno, de ahí él fue a Supernatural también, ¿no?
You guys would like Jensen here.
¿Les gustaría que traigamos al actor de Supernatural acá?
Oh, yeah.
Okay, so, in terms of story, again, what you as Tom would have changed? Maybe adding some characters that were not in the show. We're talking about Bruce Wayne here.
We talk a lot about this on the podcast, and when I watch the episodes now, because that's what we do on the podcast, I see things in it, but I don't really think about changing much. But when you bring about characters, I've said this a lot, I always thought it would have been cool to see Clark going to Lex's mansion, into his office, just as Bruce Wayne was doing. And just been Clark, meet my friend Bruce Wayne, he's just leaving. Just something like that would have been cool, I didn't get a chance thinking about it.
Bueno, en términos de historia, ¿qué hubiera cambiado? No hubiera cambiado mucho el show como era. Es más, el podcast de él se trata de eso. Ven, con el actor de Lex, ven los episodios que van comentando encima de esto. Pero si hubiera agregado algo al show, hubiera sido que de pronto un día entrando a la mansión de Lex, saliendo venga un tipo y que Lex le diga, Clark, este es mi amigo Bruce Wayne, y que se vaya. Pues no. And well, nowadays, ahora en la actualidad, ya la televisión sí tuvo a otros personajes. ¿Cuánto de eso le atribuyes a que Smallville haya puesto como que la piedra inicial que abre el abanico de eso?
it was important that Smallville's success opened people's eyes that those other shows were possible. I don't know if they could have, used to say that they couldn't have been there without Smallville, I don't know. But I think Smallville really just came out and like exploded. And I think it got some of the studio's attention, like, oh, let's go down that road, it's working.
Bueno, lo que pasa es que Smallville explotó, reventó en televisión y fue una forma también, o una forma de decir, sí se puede hacer historias de superhéroes que funcionen. Entonces, después del éxito de Smallville, se abrió el abanico para tanta serie que se ha hecho ahora. Okay, let's talk about one scene in particular. Vamos a hablar de una escena en particular. Al final, la escena final de toda la serie, ¿no? Recordamos que Tom hace la famosa, bueno, la corrida de Superman abriéndose la camiseta. We're going to about the very last. ¿Tenías el traje completo o era solo la camiseta? Was it like a full bodysuit or was it just a t-shirt?
Well, it's what you want it to be, but the truth is it was a cropped t-shirt. And I don't even think it had sleeves.
La verdad es que me hubiera encantado que sea el traje entero, pero...
Yeah, because here's the thing. The people who spend money on the show, the shot was, part of that shot was my idea. Because my whole thing was I wanted the audience to see Clark go, but they know they can't go with him. And then it's your imagination how he then goes on to become Superman. So part of that was my idea, just that, and that's it. So when they found out I wasn't going to wear the whole suit, they're not going to spend money to build a suit. So when they came, I remember that day I opened up the closet to the wardrobe, and there's this little thing hanging there. And they're like, what, do you think we're going to build a whole suit for you and you're only going to do this? They're like, no.
Ok, entonces, con respecto a los temas de costos de producción, y ojo, la escena final que vimos que es épica fue idea de Tom, él fue el que la puso ahí. Entonces, en términos... los productores dijeron, obviamente, no vamos a gastar en un traje entero por una toma, pero no tenía ni siquiera mangas la camiseta, era como una musculosa, ¿no? Pero la idea de él, central, el núcleo de la idea, era que la gente se vaya con él, o sea, tenga este punto de inicio de hacia dónde va el personaje.
And no, I didn't keep it.
Y no me dejaron quedar, ¿verdad? Well, tell us a little bit more now, life after Smallville. When Smallville was done, what did you want to do?
The first thing I wanted to do when Smallville ended was not do anything. And I did that pretty good for a couple years. And then I sort of found myself wanting to sort of jump back in. Able to do a couple of movies, work with some people I really looked up to, like Steve Martin and Kevin Costner and guys like that. So I kind of was trying to find little things like that. And then I just recently got to work with Jensen on his show, Winchester's. Did a couple of movies in between. So just kind of bouncing around here and there. And there is more to come. We're technically not allowed to even talk about it, but there is more stuff coming. I've got a beautiful wife and two beautiful boys, and I love staying busy with them. I really do. Yeah.
Bueno, una vez que se acabó la serie, pues claro, Tom se dedicó a hacer lo que no podía hacer durante 10 años, que es literal no hacer nada, estar tranquilo, descansar. Hizo proyectos cinematográficos que muchos hemos visto claramente, pero claro, más que nada se casó, tiene 2 hijos y está feliz. ¿Qué actividades te gusta hacer?
I like to do everything. I do a lot of stuff. But I don't do it all the time. I mean, I like to golf. I like to surf. I like to hike. I like to play soccer. You guys play soccer? Football?
¿Juegan fútbol aquí?
anything that my boys want to do, fishing. You know, I rarely will sit down during the day. I'm always doing something.
Are you more like outdoors or indoors?
I'm definitely more outdoors than indoors.
Me gusta hacer actividades en las exteriores, pesca, jugar fútbol, le encanta jugar fútbol con los hijos, le encanta hacer deportes, caminatas, etc. Pues, ¿no? Bueno, vamos a hacer una serie de preguntas del público. Ya saben, chicos, levantando manos, tenemos un micrófono por acá. Ah, está puesto acá el micrófono. Se puede de forma ordenada ir levantando, o lo voy escogiendo y se levantan, ¿ok? Lo voy escogiendo y se levantan y ya saben. ¿Sí? Sí, ¿no? ¿Sí? Ok, no. We got the first one here. Segunda. Hello, Tom. Yo te escucho.
¿Eres tú tan creyente de la maldición de Superman y el hecho de no haberte querido poner el traje? ¿Es cierto eso? Porque es algo que comentan los sitios.
You know, I mean, obviously I've heard that a lot. I think that used to come, I think that was an older thing with anyone who you saw in a suit, because you couldn't imagine them being anything else once you've seen it, whether it's Superman or even the other superheroes going back in time. And I think to me that's probably what the curse was. Whether or not people got hurt as a result of playing different characters, I don't think I wouldn't be so selfish to think that the universe cares that much. If you know what I mean. I think unfortunately some things happen to people, and you can make connections where you will. But I think the real curse is a career curse, perhaps, which nowadays simply doesn't exist. I mean, you can come back as Batman 3 times. You can do anything now. It's really cool. That's because the fans are more accepting of seeing the characters in not only different mediums, whether it's on your phone or movie theater, but I think you guys have brought your perspective on what actors can do as well, so thank you.
Bueno, no creo en las maldiciones o algo así, no creo que el universo le interese tanto una situación en específico para que suceda. Obviamente, lamentablemente, accidentes pasan, cosas pasan, pero no, de pronto en términos de carrera sí puede ser que quede encasillado o algo, pero no le gusta como que pensar en eso y no le da la fe. Usted tenía una pregunta, sí.
Hello again.
Bueno.
Por haber venido acá a Ecuador y hacer realidad mis sueños.
Thank you.
Oh, thank you. Gracias. Good job.
Buen trabajo.
Thank you.
Hola, bienvenido a Ecuador. Hoy es un honor conocerte de verdad. Mi pregunta es, y quiero saber, si voy a poder disfrutar de las 10 temporadas en el podcast con Michael Rosenberg.
Yeah, we're actually already in season 3, halfway through season 3.
Sí, ya vamos por la mitad de la tercera
It's
temporada.
amazing.
Yeah, thank you.
Espérate.
Hola, ¿cómo estás?
Bien.
La pregunta es la siguiente. Si pudieras interpretar un villano de Marvel o de Disney, ¿cuál te gustaría interpretar?
Ooh, a villain.
Villano.
Never thought about that.
Nunca lo había pensado.
You know, the first one that comes to mind, I'll tell you, it's not that I would play it at good at all, and I'm not trying to really play it, but my kids are really into like Joker right now, and so I would play it for them, but I'm not saying I'm getting good at it.
Bueno, no digo que lo haría, pero a mis hijos les encanta este personaje y definitivamente lo haría por ellos, sería el Guasón. Solamente por ellos.
Maybe just for Halloween.
Quizá de pronto para Halloween lo haría.
Hello, Dom. Hi.
How are you? We are so happy that you are here at Comic-Con. It's an honor for us to meet you. Well, I have to say that most of us grew up watching Smallville. We are here and I want to know that your latest project, in this case Lucifer, you had a participation. You had a participation with Lucifer. I love your character, Marcus Prince. I want to know how was the cast and how did you get that role, because we love your participation and I want to know how was the process.
Thank you. So Lucifer was a lot of fun. It was one of those things that doesn't always happen, and when it does, doesn't always turn out well. What I mean by that is they called me, and Joe Henderson, who's one of the co-creators, he was like, I don't know if you'd like to, I don't know if you're interested in even working right now. And I had seen the show, and Lauren German's a friend of mine, and I was like, yeah. So I went in, I met with them, and it was one of those things where they said, come on in. And Tom and Lauren and the whole cast was so cool. They like to have fun, but they also, they don't goof around, but they have a good time getting the work done. Yeah.
Bueno, la verdad es que fue bueno, me llamaron a mí, los productores me llamaron a mí, me dijeron, tenemos un personaje para ti, lo conversamos y lo interesante fue que ir a un proyecto así, los actores principales pues no andan con rodeos, los actores principales son muy profesionales y hacen lo que tienen que hacer y disfrutó bastante eso. Tenemos otra pregunta acá.
¿Cuál es tu superhéroe favorito?
Which one's your favorite superhero?
Whoa. I mean, I'm supposed to say Superman, right? I know, Batman's pretty cool. I like Iron Man. I've gotten to know Spider-Man better through my boys. I didn't know anything really about Spider-Man, but now we're getting into the books and like the costumes. So now I'm learning to really enjoy Spider-Man.
Bueno, la verdad es que se supone que debería ser Superman, Batman es chévere, Iron Man también, pero por mis hijos he llegado a conocer bastante a Spider-Man, entonces te puedo decir que también es Spider-Man.
Si pudieras elegir entre hacer el personaje entre Iron Man, Batman o Linterna Verde en películas, ¿cuál sería?
Oh, that's a tough one because I want to say Batman, but I think somebody needs to help Green Lantern out. Green Lantern needs to he's got so much going for him.
Linterna Verde sería un personaje que necesita atención y que se lo haga bien. Usted tenía una pregunta.
Hola, bienvenido a Ecuador. Desde pequeña, porque estaba más chiquita cuando comencé a ver la serie, me enamoré del personaje. Sé que ha hecho muchos proyectos muy buenos, pero el que más me impactó a mí fue Mucho. Y estoy aquí porque deseo darle una entrevista acerca de ustedes personalizados.
Well, I'm an expert of all your projects, all of from day one, and I just want to congratulate you. I want to keep this photo.
Thank you. Thank you, Helen. There's Wonder Woman.
Hola, ¿qué tal? Mucho gusto. A pesar de que han pasado más de 10 años, volverlo a ver en la televisión ha sido increíble, a pesar de que es a través de Netflix. La pregunta es la siguiente. Si tuviera que volver a nacer, ¿a qué se dedicaría? ¿Se dedicaría nuevamente a la actuación y por qué?
When I was little, I always thought I was going to be a firefighter. My grandfather was a career firefighter. And I've had a bunch of jobs, but for some reason that comes to mind when people ask me that. I don't know why, but maybe because you're helping people. I wouldn't want to be a police officer, even though I like police officers. But I think for firefighters, they're just there to help.
Bueno, de pequeño mi abuelo fue bombero y me inspiraba bastante, entonces admiraba tantísimo a los bomberos. Sería de pronto un bombero, de pronto las policías respetan bastante a los policías, pero el bombero te salva la vida y es un trabajo muy gratificante. ¿Usted quiere otra pregunta? Sí.
Hello.
¿Quién es más rápido? ¿Tú o Flash?
I was just thinking about this last night watching the new Flash. I think I want to say Flash. I don't really know, but I want to say Flash because like that's his thing, and I don't want to take that away from him. But I don't know. There's probably somewhere out there a comic book where they race. But I don't think Superman would get tired like Flash does.
Bueno, quisiera decir yo obviamente lo mismo pensé, incluso es algo que pensé anoche. Sé que hay un cómic donde corren, ya, pero creo que Superman no se cansaría de la forma en la que se cansa el Flash. Hacemos dos preguntas más y cerramos, ¿ok?
You have no idea how amazing this is. Thank you for coming to Ecuador. I just wanted to say that I was so into Smallville that I learned how to speak in English because of Smallville. I think it's so much. I have two different questions. Which one is your favorite scene in the whole series of Smallville?
¿Cuál es tu escena favorita de toda la serie?
That's a tough one.
Una difícil, pero una pregunta.
Because one of my favorite episodes is the one called Transference, where Clark and Lionel switch bodies.
Uno de esos.
It might be a scene in that one. But
Uno de esos es el episodio en el que Clark y Lionel cambian cuerpos. Eso puede ser uno. ¿Por qué sería eso?
It's hard to answer a favorite scene.
Difícil responder una escena de tantos.
Yeah, I mean, it was probably. I bet it's probably it was probably with Michael somehow, because we used to have a lot of fun.
Seguramente era alguna con Michael.
Love you so much.
Thank you.
Hacemos una última pregunta.
Hi.
Hi Tom, welcome. Thank you for being here. I wanted to ask you, does this ever get old? Do you still get chills every time you visit a Comic Con, make a public appearance?
Just like Comic Cons?
Yes.
I'll be honest with you. There are times when I'm getting ready to go to a Comic Con and I'm like, oh my God, I gotta. I'm gonna be away from my family, blah, blah, blah. But then you get here, even in the morning sometimes you're like, then you get here and to be honest, it's like feeding off of your electricity. Everybody's happy, there's like so much energy. But I will tell you this, tonight when we're done and I go back to the hotel room, I'm gonna like fall down on my face tired. But during the day, it's like being at a party all day.
Ok, bueno, venir a las convenciones obviamente es exhaustante, es un trabajo exhaustante, es exhaustivo. Cuando, incluso en la mañana cuando te levantas estás como que preparándote un poco, pero en el momento que los ven a todos ustedes y la electricidad que se desprende de ustedes es algo que siente que lo alimenta, esa energía. Y algo que seguro va a pasar, cuando llegue la noche al hotel va a caer rendido del cansancio, pero está aquí por ustedes y está feliz de estar aquí por ustedes. Tenemos una última pregunta, me dicen. ¿Cuántas? Está muerto. ¿Alce la mano la pregunta?
Hi Tom, it's me again.
Oh, hey!
Venga, otra vez.
Hey, Sheila, you know what?
¿Saben qué?
This wonderful woman left this country to go to Virginia, and she finished what she wanted to do there, and you know what? She just came back, and she loves it here so much.
Esta chica terminó lo que tenía que hacer en Virginia y vino aquí específicamente porque ama todo esto tanto.
Tom, you're awesome.
Gracias por estar aquí, Tom. Eres lo máximo.
My question is,
Pregunta es,
before acting,
antes de actuar,
did you ever thought about directing? Because I have seen that
¿pensaste en dirigir?
in the Smallville you have directed some
Porque en
episodes.
Smallville has dirigido.
Or how did that spark? like directing an episode?
O ayudar a dirigir el episodio.
So the first part is before I started acting, I didn't never thought about being a director. What happened in Smallville is about season 3 or 4. I remember exactly what happened where the scene wasn't working, something needed to happen. It was with the camera or something, and I said, well, why don't we do this? And everybody kind of looked at me and they were like, that's a good idea. And then I started, I guess, feeling more comfortable to have those discussions on set. And then we had this camera operator, JD, he came over and he goes, dude, you should direct, like, and I was like, really? And then I started talking about that, and they allowed me to direct one episode, and then I did, I think, 7, and I can talk about that and go on and on and on. But to answer your question, that's how it happened.
Bueno, lo que pasa es que en Hollywood, en algún momento, él sugería cosas, ¿no? ¿Por qué de pronto no hacemos las cosas así? Y todo el mundo se queda como que, la verdad es que es una muy buena idea. Y una de las personas del equipo, JD, le dijo, deberías de dirigir, porque tienes el ojo, tienes las ganas, estás listo. Y así fue como Tom dirigió hasta 7 episodios. Chicos, ha sido un gusto para nosotros. So you're going to be here signing and photo ops.
I'm going right there right now.
En este momento Tom va a regresar a su booth y va a estar firmando autógrafos, firmando cosas, así que lo pueden visitar, está al otro lado.
Thank you.
Muchas gracias a todos.
Thank you.